Hello guys, welcome to our next session, which is Python Turtle. In this session we will be learning about another programming language which is called Python. Okay, let's get started. Now here, today we're gonna learn about Python. Now when I said Python, what is the first impression that you got about the animal? Is it? Okay, but this is not the animal, but we are talking about a high level programming language that we are using in this session. Okay, now I don't think you guys know about this program. There was a program back then which is called Logo. Okay, in the Logo program, as you can see in this GIF, if you look at this video, okay, when it's repeating the same code 4 times and getting the output which is in the left side of yours. You see the green black screen with the green icon in it. So the right side, in your right side you have your code. When you execute this, in your left side you get an output, and the output is the code that you have entered. Okay, so this Logo command uses a language which is similar to Python. Now as you can see, it's turning 90 degrees, going 100 forward and turning right, like that it's happening, right? So we are going to create something similar to that. And what is a programming language? I think I have told you about this before even, but programming language is like an interface between human and computers. So as I told you, it's like a translator, right? It allows us to communicate with the computer or any digital device, right? So a programming language allows us to communicate better with the computer. Now in this Python, what the difference between Python and other languages? Unlike other languages, this language is pretty easy to understand. As you can see here in the example, it says print hello world, right? Print, when you say print, you see some output, right? You understand, if you are printing something, you are getting something out of the computer. That means an output. So it's similar to the words we are familiar with, right? When you say print, okay, you know about the word meaning of the word print, right? So just like that, you understand very easily about this program commands. Okay, so we are using Python for desktop to build desktop applications, mobile applications, building your websites, program robots, and many things. Whatever you are using programming languages, you can add Python to it. Okay, so what is this turtle that we are talking about? So turtle is a library. Okay, it's a library which is existing in Python that we will be using today. So it's like a pen. Okay, so it's like a pen. When you program it to draw, it will draw like this. So the pen is up now. So when you program it to pen down and draw here, go down, go left, go up, go right, just like that, we're going to program this pen of this Python program, Python library to get our output. Now here, what we will be learning from this, we're going to learn about what is a library in Python, right? And then what is this turtle library is about, and then programming with the Python turtle library, and then important concepts about turtle and commands. Okay, now we will be using something called IDE. Now here, you guys remember in our previous session, all the simulators that we used are online, right? So in this case, you can be happy about this. Actually, it's offline. Now once you downloaded this IDE, you can use it offline. So once you download this, you don't need an internet connection to do these lessons. Now here we will be downloading that Python IDE into our computer. Okay guys, I want you to follow my steps and do this. Okay, so I want you to copy this link, www.python.org/download/. So once you go to that website, you will be redirected to a website like this. Okay, This is not the entire image of the website, but I think you will go to a web page like that, right? Okay, so download the lesson version for Windows, because I'm getting this image because I'm using a Windows laptop. But in your case, if you are using a Mac, you have to select a different operation system, or Linux if you are using that suitable operating system. As you can see here, looking for Python for a different OS, under that you can select your operation system. That means if you are using Apple MacBook, you have to go with Mac OS, or if you are using one like Linux or Unix, you have to go with that. Windows, you can directly go to download Python 3.82. okay, right, we'll get started. So once you go to this website, you have to click on the download Python icon, or depending on your OS, you have to click on that particular link. Once you click on that, it will download that program into your computer. Once you do that, in macOS it's very similar to this, right? Once you do that, it will ask for a location to save. As you can see here, I saved it in my downloads, right? I saved it in my downloads and click on the button save. Okay, I gave it a location to save, and then this is just the application, right? So we can save it in our downloads or your preferred location. Now when I click on the button save, it will save. So the save button is actually on the right down corner of your Windows. So once you save it, it will take some time to save. Once you are done, open that file by clicking on that particular file that we downloaded. So once you click on that, it will ask it to it will open a window like this, the one in the left corner, install Python 3.6.3. okay, that is for 32-bit. so depending on your version, it will change. So once you get this, actually it's just very simple steps to install this, right? So you have to click on the add Python 3.62 path, and then once you click on install, you will get into it will install, and once you're done, you get a message called setup was successful. Okay, so once you are going through the once you are going through this installation process, if you want to customize anything like the save location for an instant, you can change it. Okay, so I assume that you guys installed it, and then I will move on. So if you want more time, you can pause the video and do it. Okay, so the installation process is very simple. You click on the setup file that you downloaded, and you have to follow these steps to do it. Now once you are downloaded it, this is the way to open that file. Now I have downloaded it, so I have the program, right? So what I do is I click on my Windows button. You guys know the Windows button, right? So Windows button is actually this button in your computer. Next to your Alt button or the space bar in your left side, you have a button like this. If you are using Windows 8 or higher, you have icon like this, but if you are using 7 or lower, you have a colorful icon, right? So once you actually in the keyboard is very similar. So once you click on that button, something like this will appear. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for that program, IDLE. You see what I did? I pressed the Windows button and then typed IDLE. Okay, this is the IDE of our Python. Okay, we'll get started. And if you have downloaded and opened the before you open the program, if you are done downloading, please go to this link. From here you can obtain a document with the code and the output of the program that we are doing. Okay, so the document will look like this. Okay, the document will look like this. Here, Python turtle code. It says Python turtle code, and in your left side you have the code, and in the right side you have a graphical representation of your code. That means an output. Okay, so once you run this code, you get output like this. You got it? Okay, so open that file and then we will open our IDE. In order to do that, I told you, click on Windows button and type IDLE. Okay, open that. Once you click enter, you will get a shell like this. This is a shell. Okay, and on that we don't need this entire thing, so it looks zoomed in, or the text are little big because I have changed the IDE. You can also change it from here by going to option and configure IDLE, and then from here you can change the font size. See, you can select your preferred font size and then click OK. That's why it looks big on my one. Okay, in your one it may look smaller. Now once you go to this, you open a new one. Okay, Control N, or you can open it from here. See, Control N. I'm going to open a new one and going to close the existing one. Okay, now we have a pretty good empty sheet. We'll start. First thing that we have to do is import our turtle library, right? My turtle. It's in pretty simple letters, right? Simple letters, simple words. You can even read and understand. And also this is also a case sensitive language, so you have to be careful about what you are typing. Okay, in my code, if it is a capital letter, in your code it also should be a capital letter. Since we are repeating the same words and the typings, it's okay if you copy paste, but I really don't suggest that. In order to improve your coding skills, I'm suggesting you to type everything. Okay, once you type it, you get used to your keyboard. Okay, after importing the turtle, I'm gonna command it. So the first thing that I am going to do is move it to the right side 100 pixels. Let's say 100 pixels. It's like steps. As example I will say move to the right side, because when you run this, you can see the first thing. Okay, I will run this program now. Okay, so what I just said is move forward 100 pixels or 100 steps. Let's see how you run this program. Is here you can see run. You click on that and then run module. Okay, once you do that, you get a message like this asking you to save this. So click OK and then give it a location to be saved. I'm gonna save it in my downloads and gonna name it turtle, right, and gonna save it. So you run the module. Let's see what happens. Go to run and you run the module. It will run the code and show us a output, which is starting from here and going back to here. Okay, if I run it again, I will show you. You give it a save location and run it, right? So once you run it again, it will start from here and move to right side. Now that is our first step. Let's see what's our next step is. Okay, so our next step is we are making a triangle, right? So after moving to the left side, right, or in your case just forward, it should turn, right? It should turn and go up. How do we do that? So I'm gonna say my underscore turtle should turn to the left 120 degrees. What's gonna happen? My turtle gonna turn to the left 120 degrees. Now how do we do that? How do we do that? After that, I'm gonna say move my turtle dot forward 100 steps. Okay, let's run it again and see how our output comes as. Right. Okay, now you can you predict the next move, because we did the now the angle should be the same, right? If you go up 120 degrees, you should the angle we should come down in the same angle, right? Okay, now what I'm going to do next is my turtle dot left dot left. Can you see the repetition of this code? I mean that we are repeating the same code because the shape that we are because of the shape that we are creating. Okay, after turning you should go 100 more, right? So in order to do that, how we do it is my total dot how we move forward with the forward code, right? Okay, let's see. I will run it again and see. There we go. That is our first step. Okay, now here as you can see, this is not the only thing that we can do with this code, right? What else can we do? Okay, so we'll open a new one, and or we just clear the code. Okay, select it and clear it, and we will run it in the same worksheet. Okay, now our next item is the second shape. Okay, as you can see in the document, the code to that output, that shape is what we're gonna create. Okay, so to do that, the same code, but we are just changing the angles and the movements, right? Okay, so we're gonna import the turtle, and then my turtle will underscore I'm gonna keep some space here. Turtle dot turtle open and close the bracket, and then the second part is the same as the previous one. My turtle should move 100 forward, and then it should turn 45 degrees to the left. Okay, so my underscore turtle should move to the left, right? Should move to the left 45 degrees. My turtle then should move 100 steps. Okay, and then we are repeating the same code. Let's see how many times. So I'm gonna just copy paste it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna run it and show you guys how the first step goes. I'll copy this, paste here. Okay, so that is our first step, and then now what should happen is we're gonna repeat it again and again, right? So we are just following the same path now, so we're going to repeat it again and again. To do that, how we do that is, okay, as you can see in the code, it's just repeating again and again, right? So my turtle 100, and then let's see the same way, right? I'll run it again. You can always run it. There's no harm in running the program and testing it out before you finalize. Okay. So we need one more. It's pretty easy once you get used to it, right? So how many we need? 1, 2. That's it, right? Press it 2 more times. Okay, and then run it again. And then we one more time. And one more 100. Okay, so here I'm gonna have 100. I'm gonna close this. Voila, we have the shape. Okay, so I'm not telling that this is the only possibility of the Python turtle. You can make amazing shapes with this, right? So as example, your challenge. Okay, if you use the challenge that I given you and open that code, it will be like this. Okay, it's pretty amazing. The output will run like this. Okay, I'm just copy the code. I'm gonna copy the code which I shared with you. Okay, because it takes time to type this out. So I'm gonna copy it in the same worksheet that we used and then run it. The output will look like this. It's fast and it's making a way better design, right? So hope you guys enjoyed today's session. It's all about Python, and in the future session we're gonna learn more amazing things about programming, like artificial intelligence, 3D designing, and many interesting things are there. So hope to see you guys in our coming sessions, and thank you for joining our online session.